Skeins down. Skeins down. Hi friends, welcome back. I'm MC and this is my hand spun yarn. Today we're going to talk about hand spun yarn and I'm going to show you everything that I have. Obviously, if I don't own it anymore or if it has been turned into an object, I don't have that. So today we're talking strictly stash and also some hand spun yarn that's been hanging around that I am looking to get rid of. I'm going to show you that. Basically anything that is in hank form. Well, with one exception today. Everything is going to be in untouched hank form. All of the hand spun that I own. So before we get going, let's talk a little bit about my spinning journey. Firstly, I started spinning in August or September of 2023. I started with a drop spindle. I got a couple of drop spindles. I actually only have one project that I completed using a drop spindle, and then I very rapidly fell down the spinning rabbit hole and I went all in. I got an Ashford Traveler spinning wheel used for a really good deal. I barely used it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't have anyone to teach me. I was trying to figure it out on my own. I was breaking parts of it and had to get it repaired. It was a little bit of a rough start. Then I got an EEW 6 from Dreaming Robots, and then I got a Nano from Dreaming Robots, which both of those are electric spinning wheels. One is just larger than the other. And then most recently, I sold my Ashford Traveler, which was a single treadle, an older and a lovely wheel, but I fell in love with another beauty, and that is my Shacked Sidekick. And that is what I have as my like manual treadle wheel right now. So yes, I have 3 spinning wheels. I have several drop spindles. I do have a supported spindle and a Turkish spindle, but I have barely used them. They are really fun and I am really bad. Lately I have mostly been using my EEW 6 for all of my spinning, but I will talk you through everything that I have and any notes that I have on them, and we'll just explore and go on this little journey together through this like recap, walk down memory lane of all of my spinning, or most of my spinning, because some of it is out of my hand now. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. This is my very first kind of skein that I ever made, and this is using Malabrigo Cloud, which is a merino wool, and I don't remember if this is superwash or not. I'm not sure, and I did not write down, unfortunately, the name of this colorway. It is quite pretty. I didn't write it down, so I don't know. I'd probably be able to recognize it if I saw it again in a store, but yeah. This I started on my very first drop spindle, and let's see, do we want to know how much I got? I got 286 yards out of this. Now, this is a like DK weight that it came out to, I would say mostly, but I also lost a little bit because there was some that I tried. When I was first starting, I tried some stuff and I just didn't, it wasn't going well, so I like discarded some of the fiber. This is kind of technically my first skein, but also I didn't actually finish this until quite recently because I started spinning on my wheels and I kind of abandoned my drop spindle a little bit. So I finally finished this up on my drop spindle and then I applied it on my EEW 6 because applying on a drop spindle is slow and an electric wheel can go really fast. So that is skein number 1. Now, my first actual, truly very first skein that I completed is this little baby. And this is one that you can really see has some issues. There's some, I don't know what's happening over here. I literally think at one point I like the fiber like broke because I overspun it, and I just tied it together and kept going. So there's a lot going on with this. This is some CVM. I don't know how much yardage I have. I did not even bother counting it. I just I think when I like wound it off the bobbin, I think I just wrapped it around my elbow, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, this is precious to me. I love it. This was spun on my EEW6 at Rhinebeck the night that I got it in 2023, and I love it. I'm never going to use this skein for anything, but I love it. It's very special. It also started my obsession with CVM fiber. So good. So good and so beautiful. Let's move on to the next one. This one is my first like true attempt at like actually spinning some yarn, not just like learning, which the last one was. And this is some Targhee that I got at Rhinebeck 2023. I don't even know if I have this recorded in my Ravelry, to be completely honest. Yeah, this is, I know it's Targhee. It's just undyed Targhee, and I was definitely getting better. There are some spots that are not good that you can see where it gets thick and thin, but like honestly, I think I was doing pretty good for, you know, my first true attempt. And yeah, again, don't even know how much of this I used. I honestly just, I think I got like a pound of fiber, maybe half a pound of fiber. I'm not sure. And I just put fiber onto the bobbin until I was bored, and then I plied it. Is really what happened. So I have no idea how long this is. I have never weighed it, no clue, but oh, I just dropped it into Shandy's bed with her. Oops. Okay, let's talk next about, we're gonna go a little bit out of order, I think, but we're just gonna talk about what is sitting in my lap because I would like to stop sitting on skeins of yarn. Oh, we're not gonna talk about that one yet. There is another one. Oh, there's two. Okay. Oh, actually that one was providing me some support back there. I didn't realize it. This is another early skein. This is some fiber that I got at Rhinebeck of 2023 as well. And so this is, you know, another one that's not the best, but I had a really good time spinning this. This is some fiber that I got from Bricolage Studio. It is their Luxe Roving in the colorway Carnelian. It was only 2 ounces, and it has a lot. Do I have it written down? I don't think I do. I don't think I have it written down, unfortunately. It had a whole bunch of different types of fiber in here. It was quite a mix, and this is the first thing that I ever spun that had Angelina in it, which I don't really care for, but that's okay. Not much to say about this. It was cute. I don't know what to use it for, if I want to use it for anything. I lost track of how much I have. I have 171 yards. So I don't know. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I have decided to keep it for right now. All of those, by the way, everything that I'm talking about so far, I have not, in my spinning journey, I had not purchased my regular wheels yet. So everything was on e-spinners at the moment. Then, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. Then I got my EW or my Dreaming Robots Nano, and I spun up this lovely skein all on my Nano, and this is Captain Tight Pants from Into the World. This is 100% superwash Cheviot, and I have learned that I don't like Cheviot, and that's okay. I got 340 yards, and I really, really like the way that these colors came together. They're quite fun. It's like moody but bright but fall but fun, and I really like it. So don't know what I'm gonna do with this, but holding on to it for right now. And then let's see. Okay. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna stick to the yarns that stick to the yarns that I know I am keeping first, and then we'll go through and talk about the yarns that I don't want anymore and see what's happening with them. But so we're gonna go a little bit out of order in my spinning journey. The next one I want to show you is my pride and joy. This is Nettie. This is the first sheep that I ever scoured and processed completely myself. I got half a pound of raw wool, dirty, yucky raw wool. I mean, it was actually pretty nice. Someone had clearly taken good care of this little sheep, Nettie. And I scoured it, I flicked the locks open, I carded it, and I spun it all by myself. And Nettie is a Jacob sheep, and I've never been more in love with anything in my life. I got 282 yards, and I have no plans to ever use this skein, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, never say never. Who knows, maybe one day I will, but this is just so special to me, and it was such a, like, glorious experience that I just want to hold it and keep it and love it. I do have a whole vlog that I filmed. I think it was in a vlog. I do know I recorded it. I'm pretty sure it was just one video itself where I went from like getting this in the mail, scouring, all of the things, and then finally spinning it. So I will link that below if you would like to check it out. Oh, I love her. I love her so much. Then we have to talk about Tour de Fleece 2024. And that is where all of these babies come into play. This is my Tour de Fleece project. I got a mystery set of fiber from Malia Made It, and I spun up. There were 6 breeds, but I have since made one of them into a hat, which I can't find, which is super weird. But let's talk about what went down with Tour de Fleece. The first one was this South Down, which every time, okay, I have my computer balanced so precariously, and every time I lean forward a little bit to show you a skein, my computer starts to fall off my lap. So I really need to like move things a little bit. This is South Down, and I got 232 yards. Then, next up was Navajo Churro, which I got 246 yards. Let me say this. This is super soft, super bouncy, super squishy. I had a really hard time spinning this. Really hard time. There were a lot of neps and bumps, and it gave me a hard time. Oh, I spun all of these on my shacked sidekick. Yeah, so this was my first like really big. Did I spin Nettie on my sidekick? I think I spun Nettie on my sidekick as well, but I know I did all of Tour de Fleece on my sidekick. It was my first like really big adventure of doing like an actual wheel spin, and I had a lot of trouble with the South Down, but I would definitely try this breed again. Navajo Churro, 246 yards. This was okay to spin, but it is pretty scratchy. It's pretty scratchy, so like I probably am not like super interested in trying this breed again. But it was a fine experience. Next was Caracal. And this, I got 120 yards. Wow, that doesn't look great, does it? Why are you untwisting yourself? What's going on? This is Caracal. This is 120 yards. This is so scratchy. This is like straight up twine. And this was my first time trying chain plying, which you basically, you have your 2 plies, you ply them together normally. So for instance, if you did a Z twist for your single plies, you would ply them together with an S twist, but you want to over spin it just a little bit, because then you take 2 plies of that S twist and you ply it again together as a Z twist. So it's a 4 ply, but it's really 2 plies plied together. If that two plies plied together, if that makes sense. And it was really, really fun to try cable plying for the first time, and I really enjoyed that. But Caracal, probably not something also this is like super drapey. Probably not something I'm interested in spinning again anytime soon. Next up was Gulf Coast Native, and I decided to chain, I was clearly feeling the chain ply, cable ply. Did I say chain ply? What I meant was cable plying. I did 120 yards, again, of cable plying for the Gulf Coast Native, and I really like this yarn, or this breed. It's not the softest, but it's not scratchy either, and it's like quite squishy, and I really like it. And then last but not least, once again, I cable plied, and I did Clun Forest. I got 116 yards of this one, and this might be one of my favorite skeins of yarn that I've ever made. I just love how the colors came out in this one. So Clun Forest, again, another one that's like not the softest, but like so bouncy and squishy, and I really like it. So I'd be interested in trying out Clun Forest again. The other breed that is missing is Shetland, that I spun up just a regular 2 ply, which by the way, these first 2 were just regular 2 plies. The Shetland was also a 2 ply, and I turned that into a muscle burra, and I can't find it. There is a whole vlog series on the channel as well from Tour de Fleece this year. So if you would like to go check that out and see the whole process and my thoughts in more detail on all of these, you can go do that as well. I will say also, because I forgot to mention it, everything so far that I have shown you has been 2 ply. I have not, in my spinning journey, well, at this point of what I've shown you, I hadn't ventured into the land of the 3 ply yet. So let's put these down, and let me show you this last one that's sitting behind me, and then we can jump into all of the stuff that I put on the floor. This is a more recent spin, and this is some gorgeous, gorgeous brown CVM. Oh my god, it looks so rich, and actually it looks a little paler on camera than in real life, but it's this beautiful chocolatey brown of CVM that I spun on my EEW6. Sorry for the truck beeping. I think I might have just gotten fiber delivered. So that's very exciting. This is CVM I spun on my EW6. I got 479 yards, and I cannot wait to use this. I'm so excited. I don't know what I want to do, but I can't wait to use it. Now, let's talk about some of my slightly larger spins. This is something that I called my ocean spin. I just needed a name for it. So this is my first ever 3-ply that I did. And this, I used 3 braids. I just did 1 ply of each braid. I used the color Tourmaline from Frabjous Fibers, which was 100% Blueface Leicester. I used Girl from an Island from the Little Wolf Knits, which was Rambouillet, 100% Rambouillet. Didn't want to misspeak there. And then I used the colorway Twilight from Greenwood Fiberworks, which was also 100% Rambouillet. So this is 2 of these plies are Rambouillet, 1 ply is BFL, and I love it. I got 696 total yards. I don't have it written down what one skein is bigger than the other, but you know, whatever. I have 696 total yards. I'm pretty sure I did the whole thing on my EW6, and I'm excited to make something with this one. What? I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out at some point. And then my last big honkin' spin is my Beetlejuice spin. And this is from my, I got the Beetlejuice 31-day countdown from Brie of the Little Wolf Knits this past October, and I spun it all. I did a, let me see, actually. Yeah, oh my gosh. That's interesting. So far, nothing that I've shown have I, like, all of the things I've shown, I just spun. Like, basically spun the braid end to end and then plied. That's it. I hadn't done, none of these are fractals or anything. This is the first time, the first one we're talking about, in which I did a fractal. So basically I did, I don't remember what I did. I think I have it written down somewhere. I think I did I'm pretty sure I did days, yeah, it was 30 days. I did days 1 through 10, I just spun end to end, and that was my first ply. Then days days 11 through 20, I spun, I think I split in half, and I did 11 through 20, and then 11 through 20 again. And then days 21 through 30, I can't remember if I split them into thirds or fourths. I think I did thirds. And I did 21 through 30, 21 through 30, 21 through 30. And then those are my 3 plies, and I did a 3-ply. Again, I have a couple, I think, blogs on this, so I can link those below if you would like. And this is my final result. I have 1,956 yards total. I do have these skeins labeled so that if I really wanted to make sure that I started in order, I could. But yeah, just shy of 2,000 yards. Yikes. And this kind of helps me to transition into my next thing I want to talk about, which is my hand spun that I don't want anymore. Because I think I might get rid of this. I think I might get rid of this. I am. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of this. So here's the thing with me and my spinning. I love it. I have fun. You know how people say things like collecting yarn and using yarn are two different hobbies, or owning books and reading books are two different hobbies, that kind of thing. I kind of like, to me, spinning and knitting or crocheting are different. They're different things. And sometimes I finish a spin and I think, oh my God, I need that in my life. I can't wait to use it. And then other times I finish a spin and I think, that was so much fun. I loved all of the parts of it. I can't believe what I made with my own two hands, but I'm done. You know, sometimes this is the end of the process for me, and I'm okay with that. It's really funny because if you know me in real life, like, that feels like a very mature thing for me to say, and I'm not like that in other parts of my life. Like, I just, sometimes I think about how I feel about the yarn that I've made, and I'm like, why are you not more connected to it? But I don't know. Sometimes this just feels like the end of the road, and I'm done. And that's okay. So let's talk about other things that I have that are at the end of the road. And everything else that we'll talk about from here on out, I wanted to share because I have shown, I'm pretty sure I've shown these on the podcast at various points, but I just kind of wanted to show everything all together and show you what I've done and see if there's any other special notes that I can think of, and just kind of have everything in one place, you know? And then a lot of these will be moving on to other homes, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna rearrange myself really quickly and try not to hit the camera and just grab some stuff. Let's start with this one and get this out of the way. This is the only thing, this is our one exception of something that is not in skein form, and that is because I wound this up and I decided I didn't want to work with it. This is 100% Corriedale. I got 370 yards. This is all Corriedale that I dyed myself. I was doing kind of a test of a couple of different dyeing processes, and I decided to apply it all together, and it was fun. It was fun. I think I did that on my sidekick, my shacked sidekick. Fuzz from that flew up into my eye, and now I really want to get rid of it because it attacked me. I spun this all up on my shacked sidekick, and it was fine, but I'm done with it. I'm ready to move on. This big mamma jamma is my first big spin. This is 8 total ounces, so to me at the time when I did this, it was like, oh my God, this is never gonna end. This is 100% Corriedale. Combs top, right? Was it Corriedale? Pretty sure it was Corriedale. Yeah, 100% Corriedale. I had this like darker green ball and a magenta ball, each 4 ounces, so it's 8 ounces total. I got 540 yards, and I spun this one S-twist and then plied it Z-twist, which is traditionally backwards. But I forgot to switch the setting. I did this on my EW6. I forgot to switch the setting after I had applied whatever I was working on before. So this is spun S, applied Z, but that's okay. It is good yarn, but it is not great yarn. So I don't know what I want to do with this. I mean, I don't want it, but I don't know if anyone else would want it either. So let me know if you have any thoughts on what I should do with that one. Then let's keep going. This is a braid that I got from Melanated Boho Bay, and this was merino, flax, and silk blend, and it was weird to spin. I don't know how much I got. I didn't even measure. It's fun. It's fun, but it was like a funky, it was interesting trying to spin the flax for the first time. I like have like pretty distinct memories of sitting at my desk working on this. Like on my lunch break, I pulled out my wheel so I could work for a little bit. But yeah, it's probably underplied. If I, yeah. But it's fun. It's pretty. I don't know how much there is of it. If anyone wants it, let me know. Because there are some of these that are like, I just don't know. I don't know if anyone in the world would even have a use for them or if they're like not worth it. Let's see. Okay, let's start talking about my wheels. This is the first skein that well, the first and only skein that I spun on my Ashford Traveler. And this is just some Corriedale. Again, I used a lot of Corriedale in the beginning. This is some Corriedale that I dyed myself a long time ago. There was a pink ply and an orange ply. I got 134 yards. It was fun. This is my first like wheel spin that I like pushed with my feet and did it, and I was really, really proud of it. It was really fun. I was so, so proud of accomplishing this. But once again, I don't know, I'm just done. I don't feel a connection to it. The next thing I spun up on my shacked sidekick, this is the first thing I spun on my sidekick because after I finished that one braid on my Traveler, I immediately sold it. I got the sidekick. Actually, I got the sidekick, had overlap for like a teeny bit of time, and then I sold the Traveler. This is, I believe, I'm gonna have to put this down in a second and take a look for you. I got 108 yards. This was merino silk blend, and it is from One Thursday on Etsy. So I got 108 yards in 4 ounces, and you can see that this one is quite floppy. You can tell what the silk is doing. I just don't love this. It was fine to spin. It wasn't so much fun, but it wasn't a bad experience. But I also I don't really love the way that the colors blended together in the end. So yeah, that one's going away as well. Next, on my sidekick, I spun this, which is a braid of, or it was a bag, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is what's called Lollipop Swirl, and it is from Hip Strings, I think was the name of it. And this was a very, very vibrant mix of colors, and I wanted to try to maintain the colors, so I made rolags for the first time on my blending board, and I don't think I did a great job of keeping the colors from blending together. You can still see a lot of the colors in here, but they definitely all have kind of like this orangey hue over them. It did turn out fun. It looks cool. It looks nothing like, if you saw this compared to what it used to be, you wouldn't think it's the same fiber, but it has a really cool tone to it. I just, once again, I don't want it. So there's that. I don't think any of these have any special notes. This one is the next thing that I spun on my shacked sidekick, and this is, I had 2 braids of this colorway called Hot Summer Nights, and it was not labeled by a dyer, so I don't know who it was from. I got it at a local yarn store here in Connecticut, and I don't know who it was from. This, I spun all 8 ounces on my shacked sidekick, and then I ended up plying. This is the first time I was like, why am I applying with my feet when I can just flick a button on my electric eel wheel and I can just fly? So this is my first time. I have not plied on anything other than my electric wheel since this skein, because I was like, what am I doing? Why am I bothering? So this was fine. This was kind of, the fiber was very compacted. It was very agitated, and so it was a little bit harder to spin. But it came out okay. I also was kind of sick while I was spinning this. So it's probably not my most consistent work, just because I felt like crap. I felt like crap while I was spinning it, but it was like the one thing giving me joy while I was sick, so, you know. But it is really fun. And then the last thing that I spun on my sidekick is this Wensleydale that I got from Winterberry's Yarn in New Jersey? Pretty sure it's in New Jersey. And this was just some Wensleydale that I grabbed from them, just bare, undyed Wensleydale. I just like trying out new breeds here and there. I got 258 yards. This is a pretty solid fingering weight. This might be one of my like best, most consistent, nicely done spins. And I think because of that, I debated keeping this for so long, because I just thought, man, this is like, I did good. I did real good with this one. It looks so nice, but I just don't want it. I just don't want it. It's too scratchy. I'm not gonna enjoy making something out of this. So I would like to pass it on to someone that will love it more than I can, but yeah, I do love this skein. And then everything else that I have spun since then has been on my eel wheel. I haven't been able to sit at my actual wheel and treadle for a little while. So I've been doing a lot on the eel wheel, and I've also been kind of working on getting rid of some bits and bobs and things. So the first thing that I spun up, if you've seen any of my more recent podcasts, you will be quite familiar with these because I've shown them in the past couple weeks, so I'll go a little bit faster on these. I spun a Shiniko tweed, one ply of Shiniko tweed and one ply of Jacob, both from Cece's Wool, and got this and this. Sorry, I'm still trying to find my face. This is 560 yards. I got, let's see, 371 in the larger skein, 189 yards in the smaller skein, and it's very fun. This was when I bought these two braids, or balls, whatever, I wanted to tweed? No, I wanted to ply them together because I thought it would give this fun look, heathered look, and I like it. But again, I'm done. I've moved on. Then I had so much of the Shiniko left over that I plied it with, I spun up this little 1 ounce bat of a Shetland that I got like just a little sample of some wool from a farm, and I spun up this for 193 yards. I mean, that's how much Shiniko I had left. I had 193 yards of this. Then I spun up some Romney. I had less than 2 ounces of this dark brown Romney, and then I had an ounce of just some Corriedale that I had played with and dyed up a long time in the past, and so I spun both of those up and plied them together, and I got 245 yards, but I still had some Shiniko left, so I plied it with what was left of the Romney and got another 83 yards. And this is just a little little buddy. So yeah, there's that. And then most recently, my most recent spin that I am still undecided on, but I'm kind of leaning towards getting rid of, if I'm being completely honest. This is some green Corriedale that I got from Lyman's Sleigh Bell Farm, which is actually, I don't think I said the name. All of this was from Lyman's Sleigh Bell Farm. This is also from Lyman's Sleigh Bell Farm. And this is really fun. I got 426 yards, and I like it a lot. I started this on a drop spindle, ended up finishing it on my eel wheel. So that's that. I have, let's see if we can talk about some stats here. I have only one that I accidentally plied or spun and plied the wrong way. Everything else has been spun Z-twist, plied S-twist. This is the only one that has been done backwards. Oh, my foot is cramping up, sorry. I only have 2 projects that I've ever done that are 3-ply, which is interesting. I have only one that I've done that is from a sheep that I have processed. I did another one, but that yarn no longer belongs to me. I sent it to a friend. And I am working on another one. I have only done one project on my Nano, interestingly enough. I might say something about my usage of my Nano. I have done, let's see, one project on my Shacked Sidekick. Nope, on my Ashford Traveler. And then I did 1, 2, 3. Where'd the rest of them go? 1, 2, 3. Is that it? Oh no, here, this fell down. 4 projects, I think. Am I missing something? I don't think so. 4 projects on my Shacked Sidekick. So 5 wheel spins total. And then, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I can't remember if I pulled this out of my, I can't remember, whatever. There are less than 30 skeins here, but close to 30. And that means, based on what I've already used and what I have sold and what I have sent to people, I have so far made over 30 skeins of hand spun yarn all by myself with nothing but my hands and sometimes my feet. Well, you know, and my wheels. And I find that wild. Anyway, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Let me know which of these skeins is your favorite. Let me know what you think I should make with the ones that I want to keep. Do you have any good ideas for any of these? Please let me know, because as of right now, none of them have plans. So if you have thoughts, share them with me. And while you're down there letting me know, please like and subscribe. That would help me out immensely. And until next time, take care of you, and I will see you later.